run out of spread a wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know this is Music Monday, man. Y'all see the topic, and I'm gonna let my homie go ahead and properly introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's me, Dunks, man. Hope everybody is having a great day off. If you are off, what is this, Labor Day, I think?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
so if you are off, I hope that you enjoy this extended weekend. I enjoy mine, but, just like, everybody, it just came and went too fast. Everything must
As
come to,
always, bro.
I'm saying.
As
So,
always.
you know, back, as they say, back to the money train tomorrow, but yeah, so far, hope everybody's enjoying their day off. Uh, so yeah, hopefully, if you are with family, hope you're enjoying it. If you are watching, then glad to have you in. I know a lot of people probably out and about doing things today. So, but if you are here, glad to have you in, and let's get started.
Y'all do anything particular, a barbecue or
Man,
anything?
man, I'm chilling like a fat rat today, bro. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow, man.
That's all I did, man. I tried whatever the bare bone minimum in
Mm-hmm.
life. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I attempted to do today. Like if it
Yo,
was,
I'm so lazy today, bro. I didn't even look for my Yeezy slides. I just put my Nike slides on. Whatever.
oh God,
That's what that. That's that. Exactly. Like how remember how we before the
yeah,
live we just compared. Can nothing beat zero? Well,
yeah.
that's I'm saying. If you want to compete for laziness, there we go.
Exactly. So there you go, man. But I mean, that's what these days are for, man. You're supposed to be relaxing, man. So welcome to Music Monday, everybody. Also, the Discord, the sold out Discord is pinned up at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up. Definitely got everything over there from music topics to sneaker content, as always. First and foremost, a little bit of food section over there, and a little bit of workout section over there, and just a general lounge, man. So y'all
Yeah,
sign up for that.
a great actually, side note that you bringing up the tabs. Today, it'll be a great day. People are probably going to be posting some travel.
Most
This
definitely, and
say
we
this was an extended weekend. A lot of people probably went out of town. Probably have family coming in town. So it'll be
there were
nice to see some of today's activities in the travel.
I'm about to tell my age. On the news, they said today, literally they're expecting over 450 people to be coming back into town. So, I mean, that's just what it is, what it is. So, traveling definitely on this if you got that extended holiday weekend, man. But I just kind of kicked it at the crib. I wouldn't mind doing something, but at the same time, I'm
Yeah,
not mad at what I did.
yeah, exactly, man. I mean, you, I mean, there's no better fun than at home.
Exactly. I used to be,
Got everything I need. Got everything I need here.
that's the point of home, man. People are like, man, you'll never go nowhere. I'm like, because I literally invested all my fun activities right here. Like
Mhm.
everything should be at an arm's reach or just a walk from the couch.
Well, yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean,
But
I'm
I
gonna pay
remember
all this money to just to never be here.
exactly. This is probably where you live is probably what you even if you own the place, you still gotta pay to keep it up. So it's always gonna something you're gonna be always investing in, you know,
Mhm.
whether you rent or own. So definitely make it as comfortable as possible. Look like we got the Slayer in the building, says Ola Sneaker Familia. What up?
Yo,
What up? What up? Tonight's topic, man, we talking Diddy. He finally gives the Bad Boy acts their publishing rights back. We all know Dunks is a he has a love hate, probably more towards a hate side for Diddy. And then
it's not a hate, but it's just more of a strong distaste for his type of business.
so it's not on the level of Khaled for you.
I mean, if
Are
I
they
could, I mean, hate is such a strong word, so I would never say I hate anyone, you know.
yeah,
Uh,
okay.
but
Dunks is evolving as we get older, man.
yeah, but let's just leave it at I have a strong distaste for their style of work.
Got you, got you. Well, looks like he's done a good deed to the Bad Boy artist publishing rights, man. One of the things that he's obviously had for quite some time, and on the grand scheme of things, we'll probably close things tonight out with Young Blue and Boosie are back at it, back and
Still, yeah,
forth.
they're still going at it, man. I'm like when
Yeah,
on IG today. There's
that's
literally
all you see.
all I see is fucking that shit, that situation, and Krayshawn.
Great job.
Congratulations to Krayshawn. She
Oh,
had
Krishan,
her baby. Yeah, she had the baby.
Krishan, Baby Blue, not Baby Blue, but what is it?
Face baby.
Blueface baby. I said baby blue. Yeah. Too much
You
sneakers.
think about now? You really are thinking about Young Blue.
Yeah, I'm thinking about too much sneakers too. Baby blue colorway. But yeah. So happy congrats to Krishan Rock and Blueface baby. They welcome their child in.
Literally,
Uh
blue face baby.
yeah, Blueface
But
baby.
he wasn't even there. He wasn't even invited.
I heard. And then I
He had the
saw that
baby on live. Like I think
bro. I
I was
ain't even
talking
want to
about. I
really
know.
get on it. But yeah,
I
go
was
ahead.
talking to my girl about this lot because we, obviously, we're two people of the opposite sex, and
You
obviously,
had to get her point of view.
yeah, she's obviously feels strongly a certain way about, how I feel pretty much about Khaled and Diddy is how she feels about Blueface.
That
So
he didn't show up.
no, just in general, just how he is as a person.
Yeah.
So,
I
but listen,
mean,
we had the discussion, and we were both talking, and I brought up a good point, and she agreed, and I said, I mean, it don't matter. He can try to fake the funk all he want. He can try to act all hard and stuff, but somewhere in him, that hurt. That cut deep. That he wasn't there. He wasn't able to be there, but she showed the whole world. You know what
oh
I'm saying?
yeah. Oh
Like
yeah. That's
he can
that's
try
why
to,
he was out. That's why he was
yeah,
out being distracted. Because if he would have been at home, that's all he's been thinking about.
yep. So he can try to front all he want, but he know deep down inside that hurt a little. And then she named the baby after her. So he's forever gonna have to deal with her and say her name.
Well, she named it after her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I said,
Yeah.
so he's forever gonna have to deal with her and say her name, even with whatever they go through. Her name is always gonna be in his mouth, pretty much.
The baby is Krishan Jr., right?
Yeah, Krishan Malone. That's what she named.
Krishan Malone. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, basically that's the first time you've seen like I'm not saying you first time you see like it's named after a girl, but that's like the first like junior female for a guy. It's kind of where you named exactly after your mom. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
saying I ain't seen it before, but usually, it's kind of opposite. Usually the fathers do it if it's a male, and usually the females, the ladies do it if it's a girl,
Well,
Um,
all to
but
say, congrats to Krishan and.
yeah, I'm glad she had a healthy one.
Mhm.
Apparently she was filming it for what's the show? I guess it's Bad Girls Club or something she does with
No, she was doing that show with the show she was doing was with Blueface when they were fighting. He had her on there fighting and stuff.
yeah, they got that one. They got their own show, but she also was a part of like another one on there. Zeus Network has a lot of
Oh,
those.
I don't know that much about it. I just know that she
The
was with
reason
Blueface.
you most likely don't know is because that Zeus stuff, they got a YouTube channel. They'll show like 1 or 2 episodes for free, but then they got people actually paying to watch this stuff. And I guess, I mean, if she's making high six figures, like, okay, cool. That's
especially
so
after this.
yeah.
Especially broadcast her
Oh
whole
yeah.
birth on live to the whole world. She about
They
to blow up.
said it was 100,000 plus views on the Instagram live, bro.
She about to blow up after this.
Yeah. I
I know.
mean,
Oh, I know he's sick.
yeah. So he got to watch it just as well as we did, you know. If
But
you want to go back, if you're bored, just go down the rabbit hole and you can find it, and it won't take long.
and that's pretty much what she told him. You know.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, but either way, congrats for a healthy baby. Hopefully they figure out the situation. I mean, they forever tied together whether they want to or not. Um, so I mean, he might as well figure it out. So I know he's trying to kick it and make the other baby mama seem more cooler, but that's because she's not as out there as she is. But I
Because
mean,
it shows how unhappy he is. You know
yeah,
that he got to go find like a distraction, knowing he really doesn't love either one of them. You know,
most
but
definitely.
because I feel like, but because he sees that now Krayshawn is getting like love from the whole world, he feels like, well, I'm gonna just go over here and and try to and I don't know, try to try to hurt her. You know,
Yeah, most
like
definitely.
that's just my take. Like, I don't know the situation. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm just speaking my mind about it.
Thought it was Dr. Dunks in the building for a minute. The Slayer says just chilling, playing some Mario Kart. Okay, cool.
Okay, okay.
Appreciate that. Y'all smash that like button as y'all commenting out, man. So let's start off with your boy Diddy, man. We might as well start with what a bread and butter is. Let me share my screen real quick. So if I haven't been living under a rock, this kind of just broke literally today. Diddy turns down apparently 9 figures and gives Bad Boy artist Axe publishing rights back. Think it's about time, Dunks, or what's your thoughts on it? Did he do the right thing on this one, or we got to read more to see what his mindset behind it is? What I really want to know too. I mean, because it seems kind of coming out the blue, and you think he just maybe had a change of heart now that he goes by quote unquote brotherly love.
Uh, I'm gonna kind of go off, what you just said when you like. I really do want to just read more into it and really find out, what really happened as to why he decided to do it now, rather than like I say, the 10+ years when he was supposed to do it then. Like like we discussed, right before the live. Like I say, maybe those publishing contracts expire. Maybe he felt that heat starting to come. Because probably 3 years, 4 years prior, they were already letting him know that hey, these contracts about to expire. Can we like start working on the legal process to get my earnings?
Yeah,
So just to avoid that, he wanted to feel like the hero and come off on top. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
most
before
definitely.
the backlash got there, he just wanted to save face and said, "Well, here I'm gonna just give it to them." When really you're not giving them anything is what they're owed anyway. Well, I can say yeah, pretty much what they're owed anyway from holding all their publishing and stuff for that long
Yeah,
when they weren't even signed to you anymore. These people are off on other contracts, doing other ventures, hosting podcasts. They're making way more money in anything than what you could probably even offer them to get back in a deal with you at this point. But I do plan for doing the right thing and finally breaking off the people that and giving them what they're owed, or at least the ones that's still here.
most definitely. It makes me think about if the Suge technically still had the publishing rights to all the Death Row stuff. I mean, because Dr. Dre did some stuff on their pot, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure he do. Well, like I say, now remember, isn't Snoop over at Death Row, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, I'm sure Suge still got some heavy weight up in that.
yeah, I have a feeling, he didn't get life. He got 15 and he gets as he stays on good behavior, that time cuts it down
Yeah, because
a
you
little bit
get
more.
time cut off for every year that you stay in for good behavior and shit.
Yeah,
So
so I wouldn't be surprised to see him home within the next like 2 to 3 years tops.
hmm
To keep it
hmm
100. But let's read through this Diddy article real quick. I got several of them, so I'm gonna see if they're all speaking the same thing. But this one, of course, I got up from TMZ. Y'all know they have everything out first. Says Diddy chose to do the right thing over money, evidenced in the fact that he turned down a fortune to make sure his former artists have control of their music, TMZ has learned. Sources with the direct knowledge tell us that media mogul and bad boy label Honcho is making unprecedented an unprecedented move in the music industry right now, namely handing over the publishing rights to several of
Yeah,
former.
I thought publishing is forever, right? Yeah, publishing is like forever.
Yeah, so he's doing this out.
They forever on the publishing. I think what you get your masters back, but
Yeah,
publishing they own, right?
I
I don't really know how it works. I'll have to read into that.
yeah, we'll
But
have to double check. I don't want to confirm nor deny.
yeah,
Says several of his former bad boy acts and forsaken a lot of cash to do so. So we'll see how that goes for sure. I definitely want to read more into it, but I'll say this: like, it's definitely got to be a give and take of somebody. And I'm gonna just say what Jim Jones I think is the first person to say it. Like all the people that's always preaching about own their masters and this, that, and the third. This is my thing. You can own your masters, but do you really know what to do with them?
yeah,
Because think about a lot of people have sold their masters. Little Wayne sold a percentage of his masters, sold a Future, sold
well,
it Nelly.
and,
We
I'm sorry to chime in, cut you off, but I mean you're right about that. You know how they get them, but then what do you do with them when you
yeah,
have them? And that's why probably why we see them selling them off, or what did they say? Giving them, you're selling them, selling the rights to them for a couple years, because these companies know how to market it and put it out there, and they can use it, and TV commercial and all that stuff.
TV,
And
commercial, movies. And
yeah,
see, think about it. If they don't know how to reach out to the people, they'd be like, hey man, we want to put this in our movie, this, that, and the third. They don't know the proper way to write up the contract to make sure they get their
and,
proper cut.
and I'm pretty sure nobody on their team knows how.
Oh yeah, I mean that was I ain't no better man,
I
but
mean,
that
but from the ones that I've seen that's been giving up their masters like that, don't seem like they have anybody on their team that know the legalities of doing something like that. They may
yeah,
have the music industry figured out, but we're dealing with like these third party companies. They got their own set of rules and contracts that they go by.
yeah, and clearly people like Diddy, Jay-Z, they know exactly what to do with it, obviously. And I just got you got that's why I said you gotta get like sure they may have not been the most they wasn't the most friendly when it comes to getting these deals, but they obviously knew enough or they was in the mindset to learn to see how it is to get to the top.
Well, and also, I mean, I'm not gonna like discredit any of them because are just handling the business how it was given to them. You know,
Yeah,
like they're not gonna. I mean, yeah, they're gonna obviously they're gonna. I'm not gonna do you like these big time record labels do you, but pretty much they'll be like, I mean. I'm not. I know that I know that Epic want to sign you. I know that blah 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 want to sign you. They're really like, see, they gonna try to take 60%. Me, I only want 55. You see what I'm saying? Something like
yeah,
that. Try to make it seem like it's a better cut out, but what I mean, I get that 5% can make or break your pockets, but still, I mean, especially when I'm your boy that you grew up with, and you
yeah,
try to put me on, you know, and you're not really doing anything better than what the major label would give me. And plus, I'm worse because now not only am I signed to you, I'm signed to that major label that you're signed to now.
yeah. So I mean, if I was in that predicament, if it was me and you, bro, I'm gonna try to be as open and straightforward as I couldn't do it, man. And I guess that's been your whole mindset with towards Diddy. Like you don't see how he could even do that at the end, like had that mentality, but I see why. You know what I mean?
And like I say, once again, they can only go after business that they were taught, And like I
Yeah,
say, it's a business where you kind of gotta be cold and cutthroat in because like once again, you are also an artist or a label, and we know how the music industry is. You could be on top one day, and back outside with the homeless people the next.
this is
So
true.
it's a highly competitive market where you gotta, kind of stick to your guns and mean what you say what you mean because somebody will take you for a joke,
This
And
is true.
we all know what happened to jokes; they get laughed at.
Exactly. Motor City Kicks in the building says Snoop said he bought all the rights also. Um, I sure hope so, but I have a.
Are you serious? Because you gotta think that's what
It
there'll be
ain't
like Tupac's, there'll be Dre's, there'll be
Dash corrupt.
Daz, Corrupt, Warren G, you
Yeah,
know,
the
all these
Doggy
guys.
Pound stuff, which is a part of him.
Yeah. So
Mac 10, all of them. You know what I
you
mean?
gotta think, is this like I mean, Diddy's rich, but does he? I mean, just Tupac masters, just Dre masters alone. Let's take that because I feel like well, not Tupac because obviously Tupac's dead, so he's gonna get
I'm
more credit.
assuming he
But
got. But I'm assuming because he only did the Chronic and the Chronic 2001. I'm assuming the Chronic was on Death Row. He got the first one, but the second one is under Interscope.
so I'm saying like just those two masters alone, just those two people. I don't think you gotta have like Diddy and Jay-Z money to be even, you know.
Yeah, and I ain't saying Snoop ain't got it like that,
Yeah,
but
not me either. But he can probably afford one of the two.
yeah,
But the
I'm
whole
pretty
Death Row roster,
sure
you got to think they had Lady of Rage too, back in the day.
they did.
Yeah, she was on Death Row.
I didn't know Lady of Rage. Oh, yeah, she was. She was.
Hmm.
But like, I don't know. I was thinking of somebody else, but I know exactly what you're talking about. They had everybody over there, man. And to be honest,
Yeah, that kind of shows our age, you know.
yeah, they had everybody over there. And to be honest,
Mhm.
those guys was really doing their thing. And it's just it's crazy, but they still got it. If you think back, if we can think on Easy E side of things, he had Bone Thugs and Harmony and stuff like that. But that went to Jerry Heller because he was the main you know what I mean? It's just crazy how he living like that because he's still living off of those type of endorsements, those type of like deals, and he knows how to do it. He been new to business, you know what I mean?
Who?
Jerry Heller, the dude,
Oh, yeah. I thought you
the
talking about.
dude, the dude when they did Eric Easy E joint.
Oh, yeah. He's still eating off of anything that's NWO related,
Yeah,
Easy related, probably parts of Ice Cube related. You know,
yeah, strong possibility of that. And then what was his was called? What was Easy E label called? I can't think of it right off the top of my head.
Ruthless.
Yeah, Ruthless Records. So yeah, anything Ruthless Records is probably all Jerry Heller at that point. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
I will say this to be fair, he was taking care. I will say this, he truly cared about Easy, but he didn't care about the rest.
Well, Hobson, I remember Hobson. I don't know if you know who that is, the rapper. Um, he was, he was signed to Ruthless for a little bit, but he got out of his contract because he said that I guess J- um, um, Easy's ex-wife and Jerry did bad business.
Mm,
So I
damn,
guess that those two are like handling the whole Ruthless Records empire. You know.
gotcha. And they both just probably eating off of whatever it is.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, this
What?
dude's probably like getting like he's probably getting like nothing, if like pennies, if that.
Yeah. Um, Let me hit the chat real quick. Motor City Kick says he has some type of rights and he pulled all Death Row music off iTunes. Like I said, he may be the face and Suge Knight may be letting him slide that, but like I said, don't be surprised when he come out. Gonna be a different ball game. Suge Knight told y'all how he get down, and
He ain't gonna touch Snoop. He not
bro,
gonna he not gonna touch Snoop.
he ain't afraid to. I know that. He just knows Snoop always on the next level of it with him too.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Because exactly. Pretty much, he know that Snoop will get down just how he'll get down.
Yeah, and I think that's where it is. Same with
And
Drake.
I don't think at this point, Suge has much friends, so I don't think he'll have anybody to really back him up on it.
True, true. Let me read through this article. It says word of this started to percolate just a few days ago when Cameron took to social media to announce that Mace had finally sealed the deal with Puffy and secured his bag for himself. Let's see. It sounds like they had been a long time coming, but what we're told is Mace is far from the only ex Bad Boy artist to be receiving the rights to their music. Several others have recently signed deals with Diddy to do the exact same thing, including some huge names.
Okay,
Said,
so what I don't get is points like Loon, where Loon is so invested into his religion at this point, it's really not going to benefit him. I mean, it will because obviously, he owns his music now. He can, do what he wants to. But at this point, I think
does
he's
he
so
know
far.
what to do though? That's
I think
another
at this
thing
point, he's
too.
so far out of the music industry. Is no, he doesn't really. deal with the industry. He's more devoted to his religion.
Yeah, if you think about it, even you can think of Shine. He's got out,
He's
super
devoted to
religious as well. Do you think he knows what to do?
I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
yeah, and you got to think when he was probably like a 20-year-old kid when he got locked up, and he was what probably almost 30 when he got out. He missed that big of gap in the music industry to learn, so he pretty much probably had to teach himself. You know.
Yeah. Does Mace even really know what to do? He's been griping for him for years. Um, and say what you want to say about Mace, his run was impeccable. You know what I mean? In fact, he's still known
He's a
for
very great writer. Mace
yeah.
is a great
I'm about
writer.
to say that's what he's known for now as a great writer. A lot of Yeezy's music, apparently, he's wrote it. His words, not mine, allegedly, in my opinion. But
Man, I don't know why this is very random, but lately I just been thinking about that Chance the Rapper line when he was like, I bet Kanye West will never gonna fail, and then when Kanye like yelled out, he was like, "Sit your ass down."
oh god,
Yeah, just look at him. It's fucking
I'm about
funny.
to look this shit up. I didn't even know that went down. Um, Motor City Kick says, Suge said the court really have the right to sell. Okay. Um, I think I'm pretty. I don't see Suge just giving it all overall. I'm pretty. Snoop may own a percentage, but I guarantee you it can't be that much major difference where Suge can get out and argue and debate and do what he need to do to get it all back. And you know how he ain't afraid to. Like I said, they both not afraid to get down. So he obviously trusts Snoop at some point. You know.
Yeah. And I think it's more of he rather than lose his business, he'll rather put it in the hands of somebody else, just to
Mm. And then, he says, I meant they didn't have the right to sell. So, like I said, when Suge, and I think we all on the same page here, when Suge get out, he gonna have some say so, you know.
Yeah.
Um, let me read through the rest of this article. It says our sources tell us that some of the other artists that have gotten a similar deal recently include Faith Evans, The Locks, which that's what Jadakiss, Styles P, and what
Chic.
Sheik Luch. Yeah. And we got 112, and I know only the group singer of that one, that's a Slim, but
Mhm.
he's wanting to do that saying that So Fly song. He was kind of like the lead singer of 112. And then I think it's three other members. The Notorious B.I.G. Estate, which that one right there kind of touched me in a soft spot. Because I mean, I feel like by default, bro, as much as he big, no pun intended, but as much as he was like praised on Notorious B.I.G., um, the thing is, I'm pretty sure he did pay for the funeral. But those like and I'm not saying he didn't do this, but I would at least like whatever the publishing. I know he said he's gonna take care of his mother for life, and I'm not saying he hasn't been doing that, but that's one of the ways. Like, hey man, I gotta give this. I would at least give whatever percentage I own. Like, say if he had 50% and the other, like the main label had 50%, I would say, hey, look, let's say 25 and 25, because I still got to survive too.
I make sure of anything. As soon as that wire hit my account, I would just go ahead and take care of him. Take care of that estate first,
Yeah, and I'm not saying he
Take
didn't,
care of all the deceased first,
and I'm
Take care
not
of
saying
them,
he
get them
didn't.
out the way. Craig Mack, uh, uh,
Who
Biggie.
one of the
Yeah.
other person that recently passed away that he had to pay for the funeral, and somebody reached out and said he should pay for it, and I think he ended up doing it. I can't think of who it is. It'll come to me. One of the other guys is a lot of those guys have passed along the way.
Uh, uh, um, um, um,
He got like a beer. I can't
special
think.
delivery, special delivery guy.
Man, what's his name though? I can't think of his name.
Yeah, exactly. Black Rob.
There we go. There we go. There we go. The Black Rob. I remember him. He was on the "We Ain't Going Nowhere" with Diddy. That song. He
What
snapped.
happened to Keith Murray?
Was he on Bad Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know Keith Murray was on Bad Boy because he always reminds me of Redman.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
I feel like they brothers are connected
I can see where
somehow.
you get that from. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a darker version of Redman. Not like super dark, but
But
Redman is
just like how Redman come off as like more animated,
yeah, that's
like
his
that.
style.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Eminem said that's one of his favorite rappers, and I
Mm-hmm.
could see why because Eminem is kind of animated with his raps too.
Well, I can see that too because I saw a photo of Redman, Eminem, and 50 Cent in a photo together, and and Eminem said two of my favorite people.
Oh wow! It says, by the way, Diddy is hooking up the writers who were working with him too. They're getting a cut in all of this. Okay, so a cut. He ain't getting it. That's why I said he's probably. If
He's
I had,
still gonna get something, man. He's
that's
not
why I
walking
said
away
he's
broke.
giving them. He's probably if whatever percentage he is, he's probably splitting it with them at this
Like
point.
I told you, it's like I told you off the live. It's like he ate the chicken and now he just throwing them the bones under the table.
Yeah, you're probably right. I hate to say it. Um, Motor City Kick says they sold it in a bankrupt. He said it wasn't supposed to be sold to recoup, but they did anyway. So Suge gonna come out and he gonna come out and ruffle some feathers. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
But how if he pretty much probably don't even he probably has no control at this point.
He didn't have no control over the NWA movie, but you see how he came and ruffled some feathers there too. That's what I'm
Ran
saying.
over
Like,
there. Yo, he ran over bro for no reason.
yeah, like homie, and then he backed up over the dude.
Like it was crazy. That's your truck registered to you. Those plates are gonna come back registered to you.
He didn't care, bro, and that's the thing. He bought it for real, and he lucky he got manslaughter. That's the best he could hope for, manslaughter, which was that's unintentional death. So I'm guessing he's saying he didn't mean to kill him. So I mean,
Yeah, okay, but you clearly ran straight through the fence onto the set.
but
ran straight over
he
to a
also got
direct
the max
target.
time. He got the max time for that ish too.
But
Just
he
like
Collier said that he didn't mean to. Okay, but you beelined it straight to that guy.
yeah. So that was fucked up, man. That was fucked up. My coworker showed me that shit. He's like, hey, "Come on, man." He was right. It says, "Here's the kicker. I knew it had to be a punchline." It says, "And opting to do this, which we're told Diddy sees as the noble move, he's actually sacrificed quite a bit of dough to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. Over sources say Diddy has been approached by Bad Boy's entire portfolio and was offered a king ransom for it all, but he turned that down and chose to go down this route instead. Oh, so he had the ability where he could have sold it all off to somebody else, but he
Oh,
turned
like pretty much what everybody else did.
yeah, but he said no.
But he got a whole catalog of people.
Yeah, he got a whole catalog. So, like I'm saying this right here.
Pretty much what Jay-Z did. He sold his rights to Rockefeller.
Oh, I thought he still had a part of Rockefeller.
Nah, he's done with Rock. He got Rock Nation now.
Okay, but I still
He
think
sold he sold his half.
I don't. He tried. Oh, this is where him and Dame Dash was talking about. Where I think Dame Dash tried to sell a percent. They still in those first couple of albums. They still somehow interconnected with that. That's how Dame's still doing good.
Oh yeah, of course.
So he may have sold a percentage, but I think some of it still got to go through like Dame Dash, and that's a topic we got to carry within this.
No, I'm saying they split it. I think Dame kept his half. Jay-Z sold his half.
I thought I saw something in the news with him about it. We're going to have to double check on it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what we need is what I'm saying is a Jay and Dame Dash. Like that one that's a whole nother lie within itself, man. That's what I love about the hip hop music, man. So many stories that need to be really told for real. Let's see. Motor with a Kick says maybe it's Diddy's way of paying them off for them you know what parties, and I'm gonna just leave that part blank. I'm not gonna say that out loud.
He said, "Hey, thanks for they're like some prostitutes or something, huh?"
Even worse, bro, because there's been stories that Diddy like both, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. That's the word he put out there. But again, that's alleged. But let me read through this. Again, we're told the routine for the boils down to watching the revitalized in the industry with this empire artist and to such the dynamic, which has been a certain way for a long time as part of his legacy. Diddy's hoping to enrich others in his community. He's trying to get back on their good side from what it seems like. This is a big part of Diddy's identity lately, as seen with others' charitable efforts he's taken, and now he's mirroring that same energy here as a label exec, choosing people over personal wealth. Our sources say he hopes others in the music biz will follow suit. But I mean, at the same time, I'm kind of with you. How long has he really had this shit, though?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. You
I'm
know.
saying if he ain't paid off everything by now, you know what I mean? Because
And is he like they saying unprecedented? So is he like the supposed to be like technically the first exec to do something like this?
that's what he's trying to say.
And I'm sure every exec probably before he even did this or even while he did this probably called him. It's probably like, "What are you doing? You doing this? You're making a big mistake. Like, this is ruin you." You know, they probably try to give him that talk that pretty much the artists don't mean nothing. They work for you. You know that try to
Yeah,
give him that
you
poison
did the
talk.
right. Yeah, they're probably motivating him like, yo, this is what you worked for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Um,
but no, this is what they worked for.
exactly. Diddy's empire is already as big as they come. So the fact that he's breaking a small piece of it off and giving back to those who helped him build this is pretty awesome things to see. Can't stop, won't stop. That's one of Diddy's famous like quotes. So I mean, again, I feel like there's gonna be more to the story as we get to it, though. You know what I mean? It seems like if it's one of those things, you know what it is. If it sounds a little too good to be true, then you know what? Most likely it is. And I'm not trying to bash Diddy or anything like that, but I mean, he look how long he's also had him. We're in 2023. He's had him since the 90s, bro. And that means even if we just start from the 2000s, this means we're in 23 years in the 2000s, and he's had them since the 90s. So he's had them. You said 10. Safe to say
Yeah,
we can probably
you're
say
right.
he's had this stuff since over 30 years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A little over 30 years. And I'm not trying to bash Diddy because I always try to give Diddy the benefit of the doubt. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Where he still had to put up, he still had to come with something, and he had to know how to make these deals for these guys. Um, Now, did he look out for his people at the time? Probably not as well as he could have, but he felt like they wasn't gonna be, they ain't gonna be starving either. So I guess that's where his mindset may have been with it. You know what I mean? Who knows? Um, Let me read through this other article I got. It says Sean Diddy Combs resigns music publishing rights to bad boy artists, including Notorious B.I.G., Mace, and Faith Evans. And yeah, they did name the rest of them. I mean, the other article says, in a rare move apparently themed for Labor Day, Bad Boys record label founder Sean Diddy Combs has decided to reassign his Bad Boys publishing rights back to all Bad Boy artists and writers who helped build Bad Boy into the powerhouse it is today. A source close to the situation confirmed to Variety on Monday. The artist in question includes, we read that one, it was Notorious B.I.G., The Estate, which that means basically his mom. She's got to be over the estate because unless it's like one of his kids, but they were too young at the time. Um, but he was also married to Faith Evans at the time too, so it could be her. You know what I mean? Because remember, him and Faith was actually married, so it could be that estate could be Faith Evans. Um, and then Mace, the Locks, 112, many more unspecified creators. Specific details were not immediately available, but the assets are said to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So, I mean, I just don't see him giving up 100 millions of dollars all up at one time. He's giving up some, but he's still gonna be. My thing is this: if they're saying a small portion of his portion, that means he did something where it's like he making sure he good too.
I mean, he probably breaking them off 2 or 3 mil each. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's still good though.
I
I'll
mean,
take.
that's still good money, yeah, but compared to the hundreds of millions that they say that he is worth or that he's probably gonna get that he got from it, you know?
Yeah. It says those assets have increased dramatically in value in recent years as artists or estates representing the music catalogs Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen, and Luther Vandross, and many others have struck nine-figure deals selling or partial selling their rights. Oh, so basically, you see all the people they're naming that have sold off their catalog. The people that we just thought of, there are other people from other different, like Luther Vandross estate,
Mm-hmm.
Rob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen, which he got that super like all American type of song that everybody loves.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis. Yeah, so I mean, again, you can own them, but if you don't know what to do with them, then it's basically dead weight. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like we said all the time. If we hit
I
the
wonder
line,
what does like is it what does masters look like? Is it just like a contract or something? You know,
I would
is
assume
it
it's
like a
some
physical
form of,
thing?
yeah, I'd assume it's got to be some form of contract and some I'm not gonna say it necessarily means it's got to be something physical, but I'm
Yeah.
almost positive it's something. Whether a lot of stuff don't move digitally or not, but they had a lot of stuff physically back then too. So I'm pretty sure majority of it is the paperwork. You know what I mean? And you
Hmm.
know where the actual, I guess, digital and or hard copies, like you have access to them. You know where they're at, where they're stored.
So do they give them like a flash drive, like preloaded with their stuff on it or something?
I assume it's got to be so much now with everything moving to the cloud, so to speak.
Hmm.
They got an account they can log in and look at their stuff, you know, and then they can click it and this, that, and third.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, if I had to guess, that would be my best guess with the way technology has come over time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't quote me though, because have I ever physically or heard or seen or any type of master? Have I heard of masters? Yes. Have I actually seen one? No, I don't know. I don't know. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if we had. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the people who are in the music industry who do music, those actual artists, they don't even know what the master physically
Hmm.
in or like look like digitally. You know what I mean? They don't even know. They just
Yeah.
know it's something you're supposed to have. You know, so I don't know. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, good thing for Diddy though. I mean, I don't know why the certain change of heart, but I guarantee there's gonna be more coming out to it. And looks like Mace always stays on top of him. You know, no disrespect, like no pun intended or pause, but you know, like he's always giving Diddy a hard time. But he did leave and come back that one time too. So I mean, Diddy obviously got some type of negotiating or way to say things to really
Yeah.
give people. Because the thing is, who's really ever just flat with all the things we've heard said about Diddy negatively? Who's ever said I'm not gonna work with him though? You know what I mean? And if they have they come out publicly? You know what I mean? Because Diddy's pretty much worked with any and everybody who he's wanted to work with.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's why I said we got to give Diddy credit where credit is due. But we're gonna transition on to the Young Blue and Boosie situation, which to the best of my knowledge, we did cover this last Music Monday as well. But looks like they're back at it, man, and neither one is really letting up. Looks like Blue has came out and actually defended himself, and Boosie has doubled down on what actually has gone down, right? So they've been going back and forth, and looks like also, and not to put Young Blue's business out there, but looks like Young Blue has also had issues with basically his wife, which I
Yeah.
didn't
The
know.
woman. Yeah. The women is like. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, so I mean, man, he really Boosie on his neck, his wife's on his neck, which she should be, but not this is in a negative way. And then apparently whoever the side piece was has come out on the Twitter and or what was it? It was what's the one y'all like now? The other one that's more
TikTok.
popular. Yeah, TikTok. She came out on TikTok, and that's whenever he stepped out. I'm gonna read through the article just to cover through that real quick. Hate to put his business on Front Street, but at the same time, it's like, yo, if you marry, and it's hard. And I'll say this, man, in the celebrity world, I would imagine with him being traveling and she can't go everywhere you're going, it's way easier said than done.
Especially he got kids too, so you know.
Yeah, he got kids. I know he got one outside of the marriage, and then he's got one with the one he's married to now. Apparently she kicked him out the crib. But this was on September 2nd. Says Young Blue confirms he flew out another woman after wife blast him for cheating. That's my another thing, bro. You gotta fly out your wife. You don't, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you in the city and you just meet with a local, you know, whatever, you know,
Because
hey,
you already there, and she wherever you guys are located at, you know. So
yeah, and
obviously,
I'm not condoning cheating, but I'm saying it's one thing. I'm not saying it's how you cheat. Don't cheat, period. But it's one thing, like you said, if you with a little local, whatever, you ain't gonna never see him again. If you make sure you cover yourself and take care of yourself, versus going out your way to fly somebody in, that means you spent way more money than you had to.
because not only like you say, not only is pretty much everything that you did traceable. She can see that you bought 2 tickets. She can see that you spent money at this hotel. She can see that obviously he's buying everything that he did. He did double. You know,
Yeah,
so he bought meals enough for 2 people. He bought you know 2 plane tickets. You know, or maybe he just bought that one. You know, but obviously she knows that he wasn't in that state, flying to wherever that he had to go, because she know that he's in this state with me right now, and he has to go there. You know?
Exactly. So she already knew. Like this, is my thing. He had to know, but I think when the girl was going off on like TikTok and his name is being mentioned in here, it don't take much to really go viral nowadays, man. So you got to take that like consideration too. It says young Blue confirmed he did indeed fly a woman out to him despite being married just after his wife blasted him for the incident. So he went on and owned up to it. Blue's wife, her name is Tamara. Looks like I'm reading. Hopefully, I'm reading that correctly. Tore into her hubby on social media on Thursday, August 31st, after learning of his alleged infidelity. Her outburst came after a TikTok username, and then they got Tanam posted a 10-minute video in which she carried that the rapper had flown her out. Man, I that's messed up. Like for one, and she know he married, so I mean that doesn't make her. I mean he's still in the wrong, but it don't make her no better either. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, why are you gonna purposely mess up that man at home? I'm sure he probably I'm sure gave you some hush money, you know.
Yeah.
But that's just not enough, you know. For
Some
some of
people
them,
don't
it's just
care.
not enough, you know.
Some people just don't care, bro.
Hmm.
Responding to the drummer on Twitter on Friday, September 1st, Blue confirmed his actions while also dissing the other woman in the process. And this is a quote. It looks like it says, "I let you be a tag along for the day." True, he wrote and since deleted the tweet. But you went back home in an Uber with hunger pains because you was loud and hygiene wasn't up to standards. I mean,
I saw that tweet. I saw it.
he says, I had a little smell that infogged the plane, nails dirty, shoes two sizes too big with a little dust on them. So yeah. But why you if she that bad, like you couldn't catch all that from the maybe the photos he I guess like I mean you
Well,
catch that from a FaceTime or a video chat or
yeah,
something.
and by what him trying to say her hygiene up to par, it probably just some. She was probably wearing some perfume that he didn't like, you know, that he probably thought smelled bad, you know, or some shit like that, you know, because we don't know what he means by hygiene. And hopefully, I don't. Hopefully, I would, I would hope that he isn't that big of a. I don't even know what to call him in this situation, but I will hope that he's not that much of a coward. Let's just say to call out a woman's personal body like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially to the whole world, you know.
Yeah.
You don't body shame her. Don't blast her like that. If she smelled bad, or if her hygiene was up to par, that's something you need to discuss with her on a private level, not for the whole world. You know.
Yeah. He continued, says, you was a link up that turned to a sidekick that day because I was being respectful and I ain't want to send you back and hurt your feelings. Ain't get no D, you know what, or no vibes though. Hope you enjoyed your stay though, little mama. So why even fly out in the first place if you're not gonna take
Cause
it
bro,
all the way home?
he mad because she aired him out, so he wanted to try to air her out.
Yeah. I mean, looking at what she looks like, bro, like I'm not judging, but it's like, bro, that his main chick look way better than that. So I mean, that's just my thing.
These we already know these musicians are very shallow. They just pretty much just want yes man, you know. And if
Yeah,
there's a chick that can make him feel like he's the man on top of the world, I mean, to some men, they'll risk it all, you know.
yeah. Says shortly after the Philadelphia woman hit back with another TikTok video and looked like she says he has no receipts, so he said this. She captioned it with laughing emojis. I have one question. If I stunk, why when I left y'all was still texting my phone trying to still be cool with me? If I stunk, why are y'all on my block list? Valid question. Blue replied on Twitter, writing says, I be quiet in my little bubble. Don't come bothering me then when I tell the truth. Act like I'm clout chasing, never need clout, and telling the truth. Never said it was a you know what smell. And he said the P word. But her clothes had a smell that manifests through the whole plane. I don't know if it was
Perfume.
mildew or what. So
Doubt that this woman smelled like mildew.
Exactly. He says, he continued, says, that's why I acted like I did. You came to social media 6 months later for answers and you got it. I would keep that to myself if cause I'm 100. So
I'll tell you
apparently,
what it smelled like mildew was all them broke boys around you with all that gold rotting in their mouth.
probably.
That's what
Yeah.
smelled like mildew. Haven't brushed their teeth in 10 years.
Oh God. You're supposed to floss them though.
So I'm saying that's probably what smelled like mildew. All them broke boys hanging around you.
It says, as for his wife, she claims she was planning the divorce in her response the day prior. She said, N-word stay trying to fly. You know what out. I'm gonna say snitches. That's the edited version. Out. Don't nobody want to lick on that short ass and dang D. She wrote. This is my thing. It can't be. I hate when girls say that because like you married him, so obviously it wasn't a problem. Whenever it wasn't a problem before. Why say something now that he messing up? And he says, all can have his desperate bitch big teeth ass that hoe not lying on no dirty. Oh wow. So
But
his
she had him out too. I saw all that.
yeah, she now I didn't see all this. I just saw it and I just kind of read it a little bit when I posted in the Discord, shameless plug.
Yeah.
Um says Sissy Bicch then got the nerve to put somebody on the 1800s plane wings about to fly off the snitch. I'm embarrassed, so now I'm finna embarrass your snitch. She added in a follow-up post, I need to be divorced. I need the best divorce lawyer in Georgia. Wow. I mean, do you think it's kind of a little too deep? You think she's taking it too far? Or she's right up what we should be anticipating.
I think she's right at what we should be anticipating because I say, I mean, but hurt people. Like I say, once again, it's not cool on either party, the side chick, him or his main wife, to be airing each other out like that online. It's not, like I say, it's for one, it's not right for him to be attacking his woman's personal body. It's not right for his wife to be attacking his personal body. You know.
True. True.
So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, and like you brought up a good point too. You said, I mean, don't try to wait until you're mad to try to say that you don't fuck with him and that, because who tell the truth? Drunk people, drunk people, young people, and people that's mad. You know, those,
Exactly.
that's where you're gonna pretty much get the straight truth from every time. So don't wait until you're mad or something happened to try to air your grievances. If you weren't happy with his Chico, as you could have left that a long time ago. But obviously something was there, and then like I say, you're gonna try to say he stayed trying to fly witches out. And I say, well, obviously this is a repeated offense that he keeps doing, and you clearly were staying there through it. You know,
Exactly.
so it's a known thing that he's been doing, and you're still there. So, now that it's just been blown up, and you're embarrassed by it. Now you want to speak up, and I get it. I get it. I am not gonna speak for her. I'm not gonna try to even do
Tell
that.
her
But
how to feel. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like this is already something you already knew about. You could have been left him, not wait until the whole world knows about it. Now you want to try to react like like you're really hurt about it.
Exactly. Like you and your feelings. And I get it. It is embarrassing. So, I mean, you just start going off with your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Manny with the kicks in the building says, what's goody fam? What up, Manny?
Yep.
Appreciate that, man. Smash that like button, man. So now we're gonna move over to Boosie and Young Blue. Elevated beef with new shots at each other. Boosie and Young Blue are continuing to go back and forth, and I've seen Boosie said things look like obviously I think Blue has a right to defend himself. Apparently, the whole thing what I got from it so far, and I'm gonna read through this article, but apparently Boosie is mad that apparently his name was like the contract that he had Blue on. Some his brother apparently forced his signature without Boosie's permission. You buying that or any truth to that, so to speak? I'm not saying he didn't have Blue on paperwork, but I know Blue went and got another whole nother deal. And Boosie obviously didn't know, but at the same time, obviously Blue felt somewhat type of connected to that. Hey, he had completed the contract. And also, from what I was reading from Blue, and I'm gonna read through all this stuff. Apparently, it looks like he says that maybe the contract he feels is also none and void with Boosie because Boosie wasn't actually fulfilling what he was supposed to do in the contract.
Well,
So,
Blue already said from the jump he already had many offers on the table, but because he respected and looked up to Boosie, he went with Boosie. You know,
mm-hmm.
and clearly he see that this is how Boosie does business. So he probably went and checked around, and say, hey, this offer still on the table. This offer still on the table. You know, somebody
Yeah,
said, yeah, he jumped on it. You know,
yeah,
somebody who's gonna really put his music out there because, like I say, these artists and Blue, I say, despite what he's going through personally, Blue does seem like an artist who really cares about his music. You know.
yeah. He's a good writer, and he actually can sing too.
Yeah, he makes some pretty good songs. So he seems like an artist who really cares about his music and what happens to his music, and he wants it put out right in the proper way. So I mean, you can't really be mad at that young man for wanting his paper right. You know.
True. Manny with the kick says Blue need to pay broke Boosie money ASAP.
And that's another thing I'm saying. I don't. Boosie is like in his 40s, and you arguing with this. I mean, well, Blue is in his 30s, but still, you guys are going about this like
A
some
wrong way, yeah.
13, 14-year-old boys who loan his homies some money or something. You know.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know what the paperwork is, but I know that Boosie, whether he want to admit it or not, and he may got other forms of money coming in, but his biggest like probably amount coming in was probably from Blue.
Yeah, yeah. At this point in time, yeah.
Yeah, that was his best artist that he probably signed. That's like literally relevant, and maybe Blue from the outside looking in is like, man, I'm really carrying the whole like label. You know,
Mhm.
let's go. And maybe he should have tried to talk to Boosie, and Boosie probably was just comfortable with the way it is. And
Oh no, I'm sure he's got Tootie Raw, his son.
yeah, but I'm saying like, who bringing in more money low key, Tootie Raw or Young Blue? The thing is, the only reason we probably know who Tootie Raw is because that's Boosie's son. We know who Young Blue is because of Young Blue really
A main
got
artist.
name a Tootie Raw song. Exactly. Exactly. Name a Tootie Raw song. You bring up like name a Tootie Raw song. I get you to the end of the line. Do whatever you want to do.
Hold on, hold on. Give me a
Nope,
review.
you can't Google. Don't nothing. I want you to just come off the top of the.
I don't
Now
know.
I'll ask you the same question. Name a Young Blue song. Current, old, whatever.
I
Name a
only
Young
know
Blue
that
song.
one song, that the one that he did the remix with Drake. That's it. That's the only one I know.
That's all you need to know. Because if you, this is my thing. I can name some other Young Blue songs
Yeah,
because
yeah.
somebody that I was talking to back in the day, they put me onto like one of his first songs, like where he was like in the fire and everything, and we listened to that joint on repeat, whatever. And then we don't talk anymore. But long story short, they put me on, and we like low key ever since then. It's kind of one of those. I don't listen to him, and they don't listen to him because of that whole situation. I mean, I listen to him, but at the same time, those older
Yeah, it's
songs,
one of those that hurt that much. Hurt
yeah,
that much to listen to.
yeah.
Oh,
Shut up,
oh,
shut up, shut
yeah.
up.
No, yeah, whatever.
But
Yo, you hear this, Manny?
hey, Reddy said, remind me of the Cam and Votto situation. I mean, true. Like I could think of that because this is why it's not really always good to necessarily sign to a person that's also an artist. I mean, yes,
Or a friend.
yeah, you definitely don't do. It's a gift and a curse when doing business with your friends because at the
Family and
end,
friends, not in more majority of the time, if you guys not aligned walking into that deal, is gonna somewhere along the lines you guys gonna split and it's gonna cause a rift. So if you're gonna do something like that with a deal, like you say, you were to do something like that, I would definitely want to make sure that both of our intentions from the jump to the end are parallel with each other. I don't mean like, well, when we get to this point, I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna do it. No, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
we started, we got this deal together. We're gonna finish it. Then after that, if you want to go do your thing, now you got the experience to go out on your own. But no
like
funny business if we, what I'm saying, if we did it together, and kind of go in that
I'll
situation.
say a good example. And if it didn't end well, they didn't let nobody know. Was a
Mhm.
P and Coach K. situation with
What
they
what no, what happened with P Coach K?
they sold off. They sold a label.
Oh yeah, they did sell a label. I thought it was like maybe like a rift between the two.
No one. That's the thing. Even if it was a rip, they
Mm-hmm.
agreed to sell it, got
Oh
their
yeah,
equal parts, and once they said,
exactly. They did business right. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
they
They
did it
did
smooth.
issue.
Where this a thing. That's a for instance, they had a problem. No, I ain't saying they had a problem, but if things was that great with the way they was already eating, why even sell it? But again, hey, I'm gonna say the same thing that my mom used to tell me. Hey, everybody got a price at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can say what you want to, but it's when they got it in front of you, especially whenever you know you finna get half. Like I forgot how much they sold it for, but if somebody coming to us with like we'll say 500 million, and hey, sign this, you getting 100 million off rip. You know,
Guarantee, okay, guarantee 100. Guarantee regardless, and everything else. Obviously you make throughout the years. Like pretty much like a standard sports contract or something.
exactly. I ain't saying we wouldn't say no, but I'm saying hell, we definitely me and you finna have a talk.
Oh yeah,
We finna
oh yeah,
talk. You know what I
oh yeah.
mean? I'm not gonna say what we will or will not do, but I know one thing is finna. Hey man, we got like it's gonna be hard to just flat out say no. You're like no, we gonna have a talk before and or if we say no.
Hey, it kind of reminded me of a story that I heard Ice Cube say once before. Pretty much, he said once, like with him and I think it was I don't know if it was Lynch Mob or if it was a West Side Connection. I don't know which one it was, but I know it was one of his outside of NWA. But he says no, maybe it was NWA. And he pretty much he said when he got when they all got their first big check, um, he was that they got it, and then like he called everybody and were like, "Yeah, what you guys doing? What you guys doing?" And they were all like, "Oh, I'm at the Benz. I'm at the Benz dealership. I'm blah 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 blah." And he said that they were pretty much broke, pretty much by the end of the year, or not broke, but obviously,
I spent
he had,
majority of the money.
yeah. And he said he just went and bought like a '96 Civic.
I mean, he's always probably obviously been smart with money. He got the big three. He's working away from music, but music actually he still gets deals and stuff all the time. I'm sure he ain't even trying no more.
Like we talked about, and Snoop is even in this. Like we talked about a couple weeks back when we said, even though that these people aren't even doing what they're known for anymore, that's what they're gonna be forever known for.
Like
Like
always.
Snoop's not rapping no more. Snoop is doing podcasts. He got that big deal over there with well, is he still doing that stuff with Martha Stewart?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I
He's
think
got
that
all that
Skechers
going
deal.
on.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's who got him the Skechers deal, where she was like, "Just do it, Snoop," and he's like, "All right."
I mean, Snoop is beyond. He's beyond music right now. Cube is beyond music right now. These guys have both done movies, signed multi-figure deals since the last time they dropped music. So,
Dre
but
still eating off music, and all his deals still structured around like the Beats thing. That was technically, even
yeah.
though it's technically off music, but it really is on music. Like, who
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't want some? That was a perfect thing. They sold that to Apple. He got a bag off of that.
But what I'm trying, and what I'm trying to say is, you see all these, even with all these people, and they've had all these people signed to them, under them, whatnot. You never hear not one of these people and their artists speaking about money issues. You know,
Yeah, true.
you never hear Daz and Corrupt. Well, Daz. I mean, Corrupt is Snoop's. No, Daz is Snoop's cousin. So I mean, it's kind of like a family thing. So obviously, Snoop's mom is Daz's sister. Daz's mom's sister. So if anything go wrong, they're gonna have to really deal with each other. So that's just an issue where business done right, and they've been around just as long as Bad Boy.
Yep.
But it's just like I said, I just feel like these new labels and stuff like that, especially when these artists try to start labels, they don't really know what they're doing. Like I say, they sign to a major label, think they know the business now, and now they want to go pick up these little local people in hopes of and try to put them in a position to where they think their lives will be better, when really you're just taking their money to pay back the money you owe.
Exactly. It's like a little. It's like a pyramid type of thing.
And clearly Blue is a little more smarter than the average artist that just signs. He clearly remembers everything that happened and vividly tells what happened.
Exactly.
So
Um, I feel like there's a mixture, like his side, then there's Boosie's side, and somewhere lies the truth.
mhm.
I don't think that deal. I don't think Boosie got it all the way inked like it is, or he would just be taking it straight to court versus social media.
Yeah,
No, he
true.
would just, hey, cool, go
That's
on.
a good. That is actually that's a very good point. Like you just said, if it was something like is it that was really an issue that was really serious like that, it would be held in court, not social. Not you wouldn't be letting the social media be the judge and the jury.
Exactly. And I know it ain't free, but I mean, hell, if you know you got it in black and white and everything perfect, and you got an attorney say, hey, we got something here.
If I know my paperwork good, my paperwork straight, hey, I'm spending the money to prove my point.
But
If I know for a
them
fact
attorneys gonna take their cut too, though. Just
yeah,
FYI.
but still, like I say, if I'm 100% guaranteed that I know that I'm right and my paperwork is legit and my business was done right, I don't care about spending that money because I know I'm gonna get it back.
Exactly.
But
Um,
running that risk on the hopes that somebody will believe your story is kind of like.
exactly. It says Boosie and Young Blue have been on a collaborators turn enemies arc for weeks now. They've been elevating a beef that gets back and forth, that gets back to one thing: money. The beef went public after Blue reportedly kicked an artist off in his ongoing tour just for co-signing Boosie's new album. Boosie called him out for the action, and the pair have been talking back and forth to each other since. Recently, after Blue posted $1 million in
Yeah,
cash. Okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, I was gonna actually bring that up. And then Boosie, he was like, what he said.
Yeah. After Boo posted $1 million in cash on Instagram flexing sold out tour dates, Boosie had something to say. Says, and I'm putting this in quote, says, this N-word still don't want to pay me. At this point, he playing me like I'm just a BITCH N-word. Boosie. Hey, because think about it. I ain't saying I'm not saying Boosie ain't got money, but it's already said like he ain't no millionaire, but he like he probably got easily 400,000 $500,000 of worth of money. Still good. Let me
Oh
clarify
yeah,
this. Still a lot of money. But I'm saying like like seeing Blue posted $1 million cash, he ain't got $1 million. The cash. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, Blue
Yeah,
posted 1 million in cash, and Boosie don't even have 1 million in cash,
yeah. And we don't know.
liquid or physical.
Yeah, we don't know. It's all alleged, but I'm just saying, like, I'm assuming obviously that got underneath the skin. You know what I
I say
mean?
because I mean I get it. Like it don't matter how much money you got. I don't care if you got $30 million and somebody owe you $3. It's sometimes it's principle. I want my money, man. But
Exactly.
if you got $1 million, what's $1 million to you?
Exactly.
Especially when you playing with big money like that.
Facts. Boosie said in an Instagram post, fans in the comments of a repost of the comment seem to take Blue's side. Am I the only one who's never listened to a Boosie song before? Reads the top comment on the post. Says, but this also a younger generation. We don't really be on there like that. Says, but after that post, Young Blue struck back, making numerous long posts explaining the situation. If I tell y'all real, y'all gonna think I'm lying. So why waste breath? A tweet he made begins. Check out the full
I'll be right
reaction
back.
below.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just read through the rest of these articles they got real quick. Um, let's see. Looks like Blue was pretty snapping on it. Says, if I tell y'all I'm real, it's gonna think I'm lying. It says, why waste breath? Just ask his artist he's about as a CEO. He's not a Yo Gotti. So apparently, and that's another thing too. When Dunce get back here, Yo Gotti got quite a bit of artist sign. It seemed like all of them are doing quite well, from Moneybag Yo to also the female artist she got taken off, Glorilla or Glorilla. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. Seems like all of them are actually doing pretty decent, and or they never have come out to really just blast him. But Yo Gotti is also one of those artists who said like he's come out for the longest, said it ain't been no budget or whatever, this, that, and the third. He just makes sure the artists are taken care of. But it looks like he's living very well too. Um, it says N-word want 10 million for not investing $1. Your brother put up money. I gave you my whole first deal funds, 100K off the love. So he gave him 100 cash, like 100K, but that wasn't enough. Boosie won 1 million. Off the love and rights, all my mixtape ish and 50% split, and offered you 2 million. So apparently Boosie want a hit out of his 10 million deal. He don't want 2 million. He wants several million. So like I said, if it's some paperwork that he's really stuck on, I think that low key, if Boosie got his paperwork in order, he'll get it. But the lawyer gonna get a percentage of that as well. And to be honest, one thing I'll say probably why Boosie don't necessarily want to get a lawyer involved, even though you're gonna be right and you're gonna win. Anybody who's ever got an attorney, bro, not free and not cheap. And that's probably why Boosie knows, say, like, from what I'm reading from this post that you probably just missed as you come back in, apparently says Boosie wanted 10 million versus you are from 2
it was 2 million. I thought it was 2 million.
But yeah, Boosie, he offered Boosie 2 million, but Boosie want 10. He want 10 million, not 2 million. I feel like there's a happy medium where he could throw him a strong 4 and call it a day. That's just my opinion on it. But at the same time,
think Bleu should throw Boosie 4 mil?
I mean, if he's really on the paperwork and he just left up and Brumply, I mean, you know what I mean? If he can go 2,
I'm not.
They can be in the middle for 3.5.
So what do you get? Where do you get the even 3.5 from? Why should he just give him an extra $500,000, $1.5 million? I'm sorry.
I mean, if that's what if he's on a deal and technically supposed to be under Boosie,
he's a 2 million, so I'm giving you 2 million. I'm not giving you extra just because. Well, I feel bad. No.
Says now you're going back on the deal we made when I blown up. Says saying we did it behind your back. We could have walked away from your deal.
This is Bleu talking, right?
This is Bleu talking. He says,
yeah.
We could have walked away from your deal without giving you any of that N-word because you ain't, it says, because you ain't do-ish in the contract. I was paying for everything. Rock Nation told me I was stupid for letting you have all that when I could have walked away from the contract. It was void. See, that's what he's saying. And his old artists and the ones on side of him, they write me every day complaining but scared to speak up. I don't believe that part because I mean, if you're gonna speak up, this is my thing. You got it. If you know they not doing nothing, people don't care. You
mean to tell me you got multiple men messaging you or whatever complaining about another man?
I don't believe that part.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, nah, I don't.
That's what I said.
Either. But I probably do believe that every now and then he probably get one of those people like, yeah, man, Boosie tripping, man. You know, like that type of stuff. You know, those type of complaints, but not just completely like pillow talking this man. You know.
Yeah, true. So he says, guess who was sending them Boosie boys money when they was in that's what he said.
The Boosie boys.
The Boosie boys money when they was in the jam. Ask Debo, ask Tay, ask Billy, them same N-words. Be real. I kept it real.
Motherfucker, huh?
I know. He says, I kept it real with your people more than you sometimes. They don't know the real, only the people close to you know you selfish. You just put fear in N-words and them N-words think I'm lying.
Who put fear in who?
Boosie apparently, I guess, scares his artist, but at that part I can't buy either because no disrespect. I know Boosie don't beat a body or whatever, and he didn't do it. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Boosie ain't finna scare me with the way he don't had too many.
And Boosie's still sick. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was up. That's where I was headed with him. Like, you still got conditions where, you know, if you don't take care of yourself properly, you could easily be gone. So I don't want to. I'm sorry. That ain't
medication could take you out. So I don't think you want to fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the last thing you need to do is fight. And maybe he got people that's close to him, but
you got to think he's a lot younger. Not yet, a lot younger, but them 7 to 8 years different could make a big difference on how that ass whooping get handed out.
Exactly. Boosie turned what, 40 this year? If I'm not mistaken, he turned 40. You ain't finna fight. You don't want to fight no 28-year-old. I'm sorry, you don't. And even if you got, you know what, with you, if they already got theirs drawn first, you finna take it like a man. I hope. Um, Says in a post, Young Blue took shots at Boosie as a rap CEO. Not only did he claim that Boosie isn't making real investments in his artists, but that as a result of his lack of promotion, his artists don't break through. Blue has also claimed that other artists Boosie is involved with have reached out to him since the pair began their beef. Don't make me post receipts. I'll have you mad at y'all whole clique. If you gonna
Well,
tell, this
I
is
can
what Blue
believe
said.
that
Yeah,
because
this
look at what happened to Webby.
they back cool now though.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, I mean, yeah, that's perfectly fine. But I'm saying, like, while they were doing music together, I mean, Webby could have been a lot bigger than what he was. He could have, he could have been more. He could have become more of a worldwide, hip
Webby
pioneer.
was signed under Boosie.
Yeah, all like
I,
the Trill Entertainment stuff. All that was like,
okay, I thought that I didn't know that was Boosie's though.
well, I don't think it's Boosie, but he was still like somewhat of his. Like, I don't know how they were connected, but still, the promotion could have still been there because obviously they were both Fox, that one guy that he did the song with,
Yeah,
and Webby were both obviously attached to Boosie.
and Boosie was the one that showed out on that. Like, what is the song called? Uh,
Bite Me Down.
yeah, Wipe Me Down.
Even
Yeah,
though that technically isn't even Boosie's song, it's Fox's song. Fox wrote the song. He wrote that song, but they gave it to Boosie because Boosie was a bigger artist.
oh shit.
They needed a hit single for Boosie,
Yeah,
and that was gonna be the one. That's the one they used. Even though Fox wrote the song, everything on there is Fox.
I still remember that joint. Just like I pull up at the club, BI gas
It's
tank
just a
on.
little history for people who
Yeah,
didn't know. But yeah, that's not even Boosie's song. Boosie doesn't even have writer's credit on that song.
dang.
So, but they gave it to Boosie because he was the bigger artist at the time.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Didn't even know that. I knew it wasn't Boosie's, but I didn't know it was that deep. I thought he wrote his own
Fox.
part in
It was
it.
supposed to be Fox's song. It was supposed to be his single, but Boosie was already up and he was hot. So they like, are we gonna waste this song on a no name, or are we gonna give it to who we invested our money in?
True. I always thought it was Boosie's song until I got older. I'm like, damn. If you look up that song, it is Fox's. But yeah,
Hmm.
and Boosie have come out in interviews and said it was Fox's song. Um, me to read the last little part of this article. Then we're gonna wrap things up for the night. It says this isn't the only beef Boosie is going through in public eye right now. He's also been going back and forth with his daughter and baby mother. What do you think about the newest comments from Boosie and Young Blue? Let us know in the comment section below. So yeah, Boosie's been kind of quite busy these kind of days, man. If you think
So
about
is
it,
Blue.
yeah. So is Blue. Boosie trying to talk, and this is my thing, and I'm gonna just end it off on this tonight. Boosie, it may be some money that he may be had, but at the same time, homie, don't be greedy. Is how I look at it. Hey,
Mhm.
do you really want to? Do you really want to try to fight for those extra few million you feel you're owed and
Mhm.
get that right to the attorney whenever he wins it for you?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then, both as far as obviously having lady problems, I'm not surprised with Boosie at all, considering how many baby mothers he got. And Blue, I know he has more than one, but Blue, man, just a little advice, man. If you married and locked down, bro, you got to just accept it for what it is. Um,
You made that commitment.
yeah, you made that commitment, stick to it. As a person who's been there and done all that before, man, I don't even recommend doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um, so other than that, man, we've been on this joint coming up on an hour and 30 minutes. Look like Mafu Campbell just walked in, said, "Yo, what up? What up?" But what are your final takes on it? And we're gonna close things out for tonight. But looks like Blue and Boosie both got their hands full on both ends side for the ladies side and everything. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
we'll see how that goes. Looks like Diddy has finally done somewhat of the right thing. I feel like we're gonna have more to come from this because keep in mind we only heard people saying that. We haven't heard like Mace's react. We got to hear the artists that are getting their stuff back, their reactions first to see what they really know what to do. Is how I look at it. But
Yeah.
other than that, man, yeah, we've been on this joint for an hour and 30 minutes. Let's wrap things up for tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel. If you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones and I make content about sneakers, occasional trying halls. Y'all know this is Music Monday. Me and Dunks will be back again Wednesday with another sold out live and another sold out podcast. Sign up for that sold out Discord. It is free to sign up at the top of the chat. And other than that, man, this was definitely a good one, smooth one, quick one. Y'all enjoy the rest of your holidays for Labor Day as well. And other than that, man, me and Dunks will be back on Wednesday. Definitely smash that like button and sub up, and I'm gonna let Dunks take us out.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us. As Paul said, this was a good one. And yeah, I hope that Diddy, that was a good thing for Diddy to do, man. Let's just see how this plays out. Maybe it'll be something that, like I say, something he started. Maybe more of these labels will start to open up and actually start paying the artists for their hard work, years, and dedication. So yeah, and I mean with the whole. What else? It was the Diddy thing. Then what else? It was the
Boosie
the
and Young
Boosie, Boosie and Young Blue. Hopefully, they get that resolved because, like I say, instead of trying to, take from this young man, you should be, like I say, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like show him and don't do him how the business did you. Like obviously he's the younger generation that's coming up, and he's gonna have to teach that game.
Exactly.
So you bear better fruit from good soil.
True.
So if you start with with a bad foundation, you're gonna that toxicity is gonna spread pretty much. So hopefully they can get that, situated, but we'll see. But yeah, as for that, as Polo said, hope everybody enjoy the rest of your Labor Day and what's left. Hopefully you enjoyed your extended weekend. If you have family, friends come over, hopefully you guys, did your thing, and everybody's back to snap back to reality tomorrow. But yeah, so with that, man, we will see you guys Wednesday, and hope you guys all have a good night.
Most definitely, man. We're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember.